B-G-T-E-D-C. Crank it up. Crank it up. Business growing, you've been growing GTE for such a long time.
Long time.
The power's gonna go above and beyond in your lifetime. Got to thrill 'em, got to kill 'em, GTE, 'cause now's the right time. Crank it up. Crank it up. And take it to the streets. You know what you've got to do.
You got to
Crank it up and put it on the lines. You know all it takes is you.
all it takes is to
Give it all you got. Take your best shot. That's the only way to be GTEGC. Crank it up. Crank it up. Crank it out. Crank it up. Crank it up.
And going on towards Ninja Turtles and things like that. So
Baby rapper, cool as he can be. Baby rapper, baby rapper. Baby rapper, cool as he can be. Baby rapper, baby rapper. He knows his numbers and his ABC. Baby rapper, baby rapper. He can dance, he can sing, he can rap about anything. He digs music that moves his soul like rhythm and blues and rock and roll. Baby rapper,
and now Baby Rapper is going to do his impersonation of the Beatles. So come on, folks, let's dance along, sing along to Beatles songs.
cool as he can be. Baby rapper, baby rapper.
VCR Party Live. VCR Party Live. At the end of the 20th century, a scientist saw a killer comet on its way. He filmed instructions for its destruction over a second-hand VHS tape, but then was hit by a Winnebago. So his assistants Nick and Joe must search every corner of his drone for a cassette that is our only home. But in the meantime, they'll play the greatest hits they find. VCR Party Live. VCR Party Live.
Hello, Melinda's. Here we are. It's VCR Party. It's Tuesday night. I'm Joe. There's Nick. There's Steve. There's George. It's a show where we watch VHS tapes. We have 13,000 of them here, and we're trying to watch every single one. And we just got back from a big tour. We were in Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, and New York State, and we got some good tapes. Nick, you got some. I know you got something great over there.
Well, yeah, Andy from Woodstock, New York, gave us this tape that I think. Who did he say he got this from? This is a Wendy's. What is it? Food
safety
handling
video.
and personal hygiene.
Hygiene? Oh,
yeah.
man,
So
that
I
looks
haven't watched it yet,
fantastic.
but I digitized it. So I think maybe we'll get to this next week. Next week will be like before Thanksgiving. Might make sense to watch food safety.
Timely
I mean,
tie-ins.
yeah, and then this one is called Pocahontas Meets the Little Mermaid, and this is from the Weeki Spring, the mermaid shows that they do in Florida. We just booked a Florida tour for March, and also I think for Thanksgiving this might be inappropriate to watch next week.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay,
on
good.
deck.
I like how you talk about it like it's something we all know. We all know about that, the Weeki. It's like from Florida, it's the Weeki thing. Is that a
Of
big
course.
thing?
Well, it's been around since the 50s, the underwater mermaid shows, but
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe you've been living under a rock. That's on you.
Let's see. We met lots of cool Melindas, and they gave us tapes. Look at this one. Here's a Bob Klein video.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he put like stickers on these. Like, remember Bob Klein, the guy with the mustache? And
We met him out on Long Island, yeah.
yeah. He put out like a dozen videos in that series. Here's a good one on venison processing, the easy way. Maybe I'll do that for next week for Thanksgiving. Another time I plan. Look at the $24.95 back when that was released. All right,
I certainly
look at this
don't
one.
want to do venison dressing the hard way.
No,
the
I
easy
want
way.
the easy
Yeah.
way. Owls up close. And
Sounds good.
this one, tell me this one. Tell me if you think this is a funny name. This is Best Tips for Quick Country Quilting. It's hosted by Debbie Mums. Debbie Mum. Is that a funny name?
Yeah.
You think so? You think it's good enough for the
I
list?
think it was
No.
Debbie Mom, it would be funnier. But if it's Mum, I don't
It's-
know if that quite makes the cut.
It's funny, but not funny enough.
I agree.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's worthy of the list.
No.
No,
it's
not a chance.
It's a little odd, but it's not. Yeah. If
Yeah,
her
she's
last
very
name
well
was
known.
Mom.
She apparently has this giant empire on
Debbie
Really?
Mum does?
Better
Yeah.
known than Weeki Spring in Florida.
although she is deceased. So
Okay.
anyhow, everything's great.
Okay,
Just
good.
brought
Well,
the room down,
not-
George.
she's
Thanks.
deceased, but she's not. Her name isn't funny enough to make the list. So,
Oh, boy.
well,
Yeah.
guess what? It is the 40th anniversary of when a riot broke out over Cabbage Patch Kids. That was 1983. Did anybody remember that when those came out?
Sure.
I remember it being really tough. I don't remember there being a like my sisters wanted them, but I don't remember there being a riot.
Well, the
I was
craze
brought-
was so much that I wanted one. So and that didn't make any sense to me. But I didn't get one in '83. I got one like in '85. But
Yeah, I had two other brothers in the house, 3 boys total. It was not on our radar. Cabbage Patch Kids were not on our radar. So,
well,
it-
George, do you have a refresher? Because we're going to get into a Fun Foods
Yes.
Festival classic. But I want to remind people of the hysteria over Cabbage Patch Kids.
Yeah, here's a few news reports pushed together. Pushed?
A line like this outside a store these days, most likely it has something to do with Cabbage Patch dolls, or as they say around Buffalo, New York,
Cabbage Patch doll.
The Cabbage Patch Kids are dolls about 16 inches high. They don't walk, talk, wet their pants, or grow hair. They don't do much of anything.
But look what happened when Hills in Amherst, New York opened their doors this morning.
Here's the doll.
no kids. All adults.
Welcome to another holiday shopping season. When the doors opened at this Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania store, the pushing and shoving began. One woman was knocked to the floor and suffered a broken leg.
Kids want them, and adults will do just about anything to get them. Just about anything.
A full-grown woman taking a doll out of a child's hand?
I wanted to end on that still. Yeah.
Humans are great. Humans
Yeah,
are
fine.
humans are awesome.
Because of these
Yeah.
plastic dolls. But it was the cult was big enough that there was a convention for a while, and Bob Hedges, our loyal viewer, found a souvenir video from Camp Cabbage in, what was this, 92 or something like that?
I think it was. I don't know. I feel like it was earlier than that. I feel like it was
Oh,
80. Just by the
okay.
production of the video. Yeah, the video is really homemade. In fact, didn't it win the 2019 Video of the Year, 2020
Yes,
Video
that
of
was
the
our
Year?
video of the year at Camp Cabbage. Yeah.
Yeah, but like they must make so much money, and for the video that they put together, they didn't have any graphics. It's very homemade. Maybe it was like fan made. Like it doesn't
No,
feel
it
like.
had an official label on it. That was the official souvenir video of Camp Cabbage.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a thing that pops up at the beginning but it's just so poorly done. But it's really tedious too. I'm surprised it won the 2019 Video of the Year.
Oh no way.
Anyway, I
think it
cut
was
together.
2020.
What's that? Oh, was it
I think it was
2020?
2020.
Okay.
Big difference. We were all locked in for a year. We
Right.
changed how we rated videos. Go
Yeah.
on. Sorry.
All right. So this is the Camp Cabbage. I'm just going to show a little bit. They showed everything in this video. They showed like registration, like when they were registering. Like what do you need to see people registering? And then the end was well, let's just play it. They brought out the Xavier guy.
Each one grows to be a special one.
So many people dread convention registration, but not us. It's like a family reunion. It's a special kind of group.
Yeah.
Someone to play.
So this is the end of the video here. What's his name? Xavier? Is his name
He
Xavier?
calls himself Xavier Roberts.
You know way too much about Cabbage Patch Kids. Xavier Roberts got his photo taken with everybody, like every single person. Like this, it's the last 15 minutes of the video is him posing with people.
To talk to and stay with each night in my Cabbage Patch dreams. Someone who's sunny and funny and bright. Someone who kisses and hugs me so tight. I'm dreaming someday my someone will wake me and all my Cabbage Patch dreams will come true.
And there's your 2020 Video of the Year, right there.
Fantastic. Yeah.
That's a lot like how MelindaCon was.
MelindaCon?
Yeah.
Oh, we should do that at the next MelindaCon. We should do that where we like stand in front of Step and Repeat, and then we set it to some music.
Yeah.
Do you want to see my favorite picture of Xavier Roberts? This is well, I'm going to show it to you anyway. This is
we said it.
There's Xavier giving one of his kids a bath. So yeah.
I bet he was just ripping rails. Like I bet he was ripping some lines earlier that day.
I think we
Don't
talk
you
about it
think?
every time, but I'm pretty sure he stole the idea from someone else.
Yes, from this nice woman he met at a crafting convention.
That's always the story. Isn't the Beanie Baby story also
Yep.
like somebody ripped off somebody and then became a millionaire? Yeah.
I tell you what, though, I've never been happier than when I got my Cabbage Patch Kid, Jonathan Rothwell. There's me in the Scotts
you
and
with
Badger sweatshirt.
Jonathan
Yeah.
Rothwell, the whole
Yep.
family.
Yep.
Everybody seems really happy about the
I
Cabbage
think my
Patch.
sister's
Kids.
Cabbage Patch Kid's name was Olivia, but I can't be sure. But anyway, a happy 40th anniversary to the toy craze that made everybody insane.
Yep. Steve, who you selling out to?
Well, I'm glad you asked. I am selling out to the VHS of the Month Club.
Nice one.
Holidays are coming up. Why not get yourself or a friend a VHS of the month? Each month, you receive a one-of-a-kind VHS tape from the Found Footage Festival's private collection. Every tape has been hand-selected by Joe and Nick. Plus, they're going to throw in some crazy crap with each package. So, if you like photographs of strangers, dumb stickers, and postcards with the raccoon in the front, this is the club for you.
So the other thing we've been doing is just tossing in random stuff to random people's packages. Like there's no set thing. Like sometimes if we get some extra copies of strange tapes, we'll throw those in. But like for example, we were doing a show at Steel Stacks in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Somebody gave us these refrigerator magnets of VCR Party that were really nice. They're like genuinely nice. Gave us a big bag. So we'll toss some of those into a few of them. Oh, we got In Your Wildest Dreams recently. This is a double. Somebody is going to get In Your Wildest Dreams on the next VHS of the Month Club.
I got some Encino Man VHS cover earrings. So they're little, the Encino Man, I I think I got them at a store one time. So somebody's going to get those.
You only used them once.
Yeah, they're gently used. So yeah, somebody is going to get those Encino Man VHS.
So what we're saying is we send you our garbage. Is what we do with the VHS of the month
thank you,
club.
George.
One man's garbage is another man's treasure.
Exactly.
There you
It's
go.
fun
That's
VHS.
just make that saying up.
Yeah, I just made it up. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, thanks for Found Footage Festival for selling out to VCR Party this week.
Support the Melindas who support us.
All right,
Support
let's
the
get
Melindas or the Found Footagers.
Let's get into some Simitar, our favorite production company. I showed this last week, the cover of it, Horror Rock, and it appeared to just be horror songs with music videos, but it was far weirder than that. I'm just going to show the intro from this. There was like a framing device for the music videos. So, yeah, I think it's just... Maybe you'll help me understand it, because I really don't understand it. Here's Horror Rock.
Did you ever have one of those days? You know, when you feel like your head's going to explode. When you feel like someone's ripped out your heart. Have you ever felt like you've been in the dentist chair for days, hour after hour?
Like, wouldn't you just want to get to the videos if you bought this?
Remember,
We'll say about this show.
That's true. Every week.
Market Square Productions presents
Not a very evil sounding production company.
Market Square.
Here we get some of the horror rock. This is all the songs are
Elvis Hitler. Watch out. Uncle Denise is coming back from the dead.
And I trimmed this down. Look at, see how the plug is plugged into the candle?
Yeah.
I don't get it. Alright, somebody try this. Somebody
Sideways B. You see that arrow?
What?
Don't know. I don't know. And I watched the whole video today. That's it. That's it. And then it gets into some more music videos with more interstitials of the woman with the TV plugged into a candle.
Here's my
Horror
theory.
rock.
Here's my theory. I think that Simitar, they're always trying to repurpose old videos, you know, cheap stuff that they can get, public domain stuff, and they're like, let's just hire an editor to put them all together. We'll call it Horror Rock. That's a title that'll sell, and it'll just, you know, be a mishmash of stuff.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like this. Yeah, it's some sort of stock footage with that horror announcer in between, and then I don't know, 6 music videos. It's a half hour long. The quality's terrible. So it's everything we expect from Simitar, the shovelware of production companies from the VHS era.
Okay, let's get into some funny names. You want to?
Yeah.
All right. VCR Party's ABCs of funny names. So we've been going through the list, and we'll just take a look at where we're at. Dr. Barry Guitar, Ben Dover, Gordon Alcock, Steve Martin, Phoebe Weeby, Reed Flake, Steve Urkel. We got a new one. So Brenda emailed last week. So we're doing this archiving project where we're trying to input like all of our VHS tapes with keywords, so it just makes our lives easier for finding stuff. And Brenda took a shelf. We're naming shelves after the people who input the tapes. So Brenda will have a shelf named after her. But she sent an email and said, Shelf 9F has a funny name. So, and she told me what it was. I went over and she was right. Shelf 9F does have a funny name.
Okay.
And you're about to see it now. Here it is.
Today's business environment is costly and competitive. To get an edge, you have to be sharper, smarter, and tougher than your competition. In short, you have to be a street fighter. And who to better teach you the street fighting basics than Jeff Slutsky, author of the book Street Fighting. Jeff Slutsky's street fighting clients have included AT&T, McDonald's, National Car Rental,
He's a
American
Slutsky for
Express,
corporations.
Domino's, and the government of India. This particular presentation was recorded live in Orlando, Florida, at the annual convention for the Chick-fil-A Corporation, a highly successful national chain of fast food restaurants. Jeff Slutsky.
Jeff Slutsky.
Yes, Slutsky's on the board.
Yep, we got Jeff Slutsky. So thank you, Brenda, for pointing out Jeff Slutsky. I'd never seen that tape before. Yeah, street fighting in the business world.
If people are helping with the archiving project, maybe that's another thing they can look out for is funny names.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
For those who are doing that, yeah, let us know about funny names. Yeah.
We're on
Debbie
tour.
Mum is a no, right? Debbie Mum is a no, right?
I think we were unanimous on that.
Okay.
Right?
All right. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen. Well, let us. What are people saying in the comments? Is Debbie Mum? Is it?
When I
is it
checked in
worthy of-
earlier, it was definitely a no.
Okay.
It was definitely a no. Okay.
Yeah, mediocre, and then there were a lot
Maybe
of
it's
jokes
funnier.
about.
Maybe for British people it's funnier, but I don't know. Here,
Mum's the word.
Yeah. Mum is not the word for the funny name.
No.
Hey, we're on the road next week. We're in Milwaukee and Madison. That's where we're from, Wisconsin. So we go back for Thanksgiving. We'll be there that weekend. So come check us out. Anything new that we've added, Joe?
Well, Davenport, Iowa. I think we might have mentioned that last week. That we're playing a brand new theater there. Let's see. Portland. We're doing the Hollywood Theater in December, but then we just set up a meet and greet at Movie Madness beforehand. Movie Madness is their big video store. I'd never been there before. I hear it's massive, and so from 4 to 6 o'clock, we are going to just be hanging out, looking at videos on the shelves, and we'll bring some merch along. We'll, whatever. We'll sell some stuff, and so anyway, hang out with us in Portland between 4 and 6 at Movie Madness.
Great. Let's get into some. We already saw some flying windows, but let's make it official here. R sent these in. It's from a YouTube video of a VHS tape. So it's an older YouTube video, so it's using older editing on an even older VHS tape. But there's flying windows in it. He said, all become one. So I don't think we've seen any like this. Tell me what you think.
Okay.
It's highlights from the wide receiver Flipper Anderson's record-breaking game.
Henry Ellard will not start tonight because of a pulled leg muscle, so Flipper Anderson
is that
will be
it?
his big play target. He is averaging a league-leading 30.7 yards a catch.
Puzzle pieces.
George, you're saying no?
Play action by
No,
Everett.
I was amazed.
Throws complete at the 35-yard line. Had Flipper.
Oh,
Everett
boy,
out
poor
throwing
Laney.
quickly to Anderson, forced out of bounds, has another first down at the 45-yard line.
Oh, it's too big to count.
Oh, 16.
Flipper Anderson.
Oh, yeah, you should make it.
Everett unloads in a hurry. Anderson, first down. Pushed out of bounds by Waymer, able to break one of those this year.
How many now, George?
Speed.
Another 16.
Boy, you saw Jim Morris say it.
And again.
He's going to break a record for most flying
Yeah,
windows
it's-
in one.
Oh, well, I don't know.
That's up to Wayne to
16
find out.
He's like 16 times 6. What's that, George?
96.
Yes, I beat you.
Remember the homemade Madonna video, though? That one had a lot, too, where they're, like, tiny. And,
Oh, yeah.
That was
that
almost
one
like a
has record.
fractal. But, yeah. Well, Wayne won the Halloween contest. She's going to get a reward for that. And she'll also have a lot more work to do this week. So
We need an
Sorry.
update pretty soon on how many flying windows we're up to. Can you
All right.
talk to her, Nick?
Yep, I
Okay.
will. Thank you, Wayne.
All right.
Let's get into some raviolis.
Come on, let's see your raviolis. Show us 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 your raviolis.
All right, I have tedium and I have some. It's borderline filth. It's really filth.
Why don't you go first so that we end?
Do you want to
not
start
on-
things off with tedium? Do you remember when we used to start off every show with Joe's Tedium Corner? Like,
Right,
why-
then Nick's excitement corner would balance it out, but now
Yeah.
you guys don't really do that.
But wouldn't you want to start off with the excitement? Like, if you're trying to rope people into watching a show, wouldn't you be
You would
like, let's
think.
not show the really boring
You would
video?
think, yeah. But there's many commenters who've thought since the beginning you're deliberately trying to sabotage the show. Like you don't want it to go on. You want viewers to completely go away.
That's not true at all. I want the show to be a screaming success. I think that people just don't realize that they enjoy Tedium, and I'm trying to help them realize that.
Well, let's ease them in with some Tedium. We just saw Flipper
Okay.
Anderson break a receiving record.
Okay, here we go. Buckle up for... Partner's always the slowest one.
Crank it up!
All right. Let's see. George, you gave me this one. Where'd you get this one, George?
I found this tape on the steps of the Park Slope Library in a. It was just sitting there in the middle of the afternoon.
I love a tape that's found that way. Yeah. Did it have a cover?
It did. It was in a clamshell, but it was one of those ones that had the pocket that you knew that somebody printed out. It was like a small run of tapes.
Okay. The title is catchy too. It's Agoron 1127 Study Nervous System Side Effects Subprotocol. Rolls off the tongue. And it's really good. I had to shorten this thing. I didn't want to shorten any of it. Maybe we could watch it for an EP. It's like 18 minutes long, but it feels way longer. Great host and a great demonstration here. Nice find, George. Here it is. Agoron 1127 Study Nervous System Side Effects Subprotocol. Take it away.
I'm Dr. David Dorfman of the Mount Sinai School of Medicine in New York City. The steps to becoming certified are simple.
Classic Tedium.
The first step is to watch this.
Look, he has a hell of a file collection behind him, doesn't he? Look at all his files.
I'm a little jealous, to be honest.
You think he collects files?
I like his
video.
laptop.
Wait, what?
He has over 13,000 files actually behind him.
Today we're going to read them all.
In it, you will see a demonstration of the neuropsychological testing for the protocol. Before you see the demonstration, make sure you have all the materials you will need to get the most out of it. There are 4 items, all of which you will find in this turquoise folder marked video.
See, I would have gone with a tan folder. Turquoise seems a little ostentatious, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a little too wild for my taste.
Yeah,
I would have also put the cue cards a little bit closer to the camera lens. Like when he looks over, it's almost a head turn.
But look at what's on the shelf above him. Is that a puppet?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it is.
See, to get Nick interested, they put a puppet up.
Well, my eye's been drawn there the whole time.
All right, let's find. Oh, there's a flub coming up here that we'll have to remember for Dan.
Training package. General tip sheet, sample test booklet, neuropsychological tip sheet. You will also find in the folder the questionnaire tip sheet.
Is that a flub?
It's a stumble. I don't know if Dan collects stumbles or not, but the flub master we're talking
we'll
about.
Have to, he'll know. He'll have an answer for us.
Which you will read later. Now you can put away your general tip sheet and take out your sample test booklet.
I just wanted to let you guys know the Tedium hasn't even started yet. The Tedium is coming up. This is the exciting part: the turquoise folders and the tip sheets and everything.
Now, in this first task, your job is to learn a list of words. There are 12 words on the list.
You think she's in a street gang? She looks like a street tough.
Oh, the backwards hat. Well, either that or she's Baby Rapper.
I will read the words to you slowly. Now, here's the list.
Is that Nathan Fielder?
Lion, emerald, horse, tent, sapphire, hotel, cave.
This is Nathan Fielder's
opal,
latest stunt.
Tiger, pearl, cow, hut. Now tell me the list.
Cow, hut, pearl.
Nick, Steve, you guys want to jump in for any of the words that maybe he had read off?
Is this like the thing to test whether you're a space alien, where you like,
Yeah.
or an android? It's
Right,
what's
right.
the test?
The Voight-Kampf
The
test.
Voight-Kampf test. Yeah, from Blade Runner. I think that's what they're having her take.
Pearl, emerald, lion. I think that's it.
Good. That was fine.
That was
I'm
fine.
going to read the same list to you. Here's the list. Lion, emerald, horse,
By the way, I'm
tent,
deliberately wasting your time here, man.
sapphire, hotel, cave, opal,
Looks like what I wore to
tiger,
the 8th grade dance.
pearl, cow, hut. Now tell me the list.
Cow, hut, pearl, opal, emerald.
Maybe this is like a gang initiation, so that she can get into her street gang. You have to.
You get jumped in with words
Lion,
memorized.
horse.
Oh.
I think that's it. Oh, wait just a minute. Tent was on the list.
I thought you said this was Tedium.
That was kind of an exciting part. Yeah, it's true.
Good. That was fine. I'm going.
When he says that was fine, I would feel like I don't think I did a very good job. That was fine.
I'm going to read the list for the third time.
He's gonna read the list for the third time. By the way, this is one of my longest Tedium corners ever, too. I tried to trim it down, but
trying to sabotage the show now.
no, this is what Tedium corner is all about.
The comments are blowing up.
Here's the list. Lion, emerald, horse, tent, sapphire, hotel, cave, opal, tiger, pearl, cow, hut. Now tell me the list.
Cow, hut, pearl, opal, emerald, lion, horse,
She's pretty good.
hotel,
Cave, tent.
I know there's an animal I'm missing. Did I say cow? I said cow.
Yes.
I think that's it.
You did not say lion.
Good. That was fine.
You have just seen the complete neuropsychological test protocol.
Crank it up!
There it is.
Wow. That's extremely tedious, but also interesting in a way.
Let me just put this out there. I have some bonus Tedium from that video. There's another thing. There's a whole bunch of other stuff. I put it together. What's the running time? It's probably like 30 seconds long. It's just one small thing that I noticed. Can I play it?
Sure.
Okay. Steve, George, you okay with this? Bonus
Yeah,
Tedium?
the Patreon thing.
Well, let me tease this too. I am going to play an all-new Diane Thomas, our crafting goddess. I'm going to play an all-new clip from her, and it's the dumbest craft yet. And I have also the best cyber video I think I've ever come across that Laura from Midnight Rental found. So she's going to come on to present it later. Now go ahead with the Tedium.
Oh, you're saying that there's more exciting stuff to be coming.
I'm teasing just in case people aren't into it.
Okay. Well, this is only 30 seconds long, and I just noticed one thing about the guy at the beginning. I forgot his name. Do you remember his name? George, do you remember? No, nobody.
What?
Yeah.
Lion,
yeah.
Emerald, Pearl.
Yeah, his name is Emerald.
Now watch,
Sapphire.
I zoomed in on his hand. He puts his hand out on a book, and his right pointy finger moves sometimes when he talks. So I just zoomed in on his hands, but then I put his face up so you could see what was going on with his face. Okay?
Video. And before beginning your...
Wait, let me start it over.
Looks like Quado.
After the video.
All right, now watch the right hand, the pointy finger. Tell me why why does he do this? I want to do a psychological test on him.
After the video, and before beginning your practice testing, you should review the part of the general tip sheet that tells you how to record times from the stopwatch. There's also one more item that you will need to review.
Watch this part.
That is the questionnaire tip sheet.
Watch this.
In it, you will learn the simple, easy-to-follow rules
There it
to
is.
effectively administer the questionnaires in this protocol. After you have reviewed the questionnaire tip sheet, you will have completed the first step to certification. The rest of the steps to certification are outlined in the certification packet, which is contained in this gray folder.
Gray?
Okay, yeah. See, gray, that's more like it. The turquoise one, that was a little too much for me, but gray was better. So did you see his fingers moving every so often like that when he would?
Yeah.
Why does he do that, Steve?
A lot of people are guessing nervousness or Morse code in the comments.
Oh,
Oh, is it like help me? I'm being held
Could
hostage right now?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
It could be. I mean, you're analyzing every unconscious thing this guy does. Who is that guy? Me? I mean, he's.
We'll be analyzing some stuff from you coming up later in the
great.
show. So yeah.
All right, that's your tease. All right, let me get into this. This is a video I've had on my shelf for a while. It is Jose Hebert. He's a hairdresser to the stars. This is from 1983. It's one of those early videos by Kino Video, or Carl Video rather. They did. They were famous for having Jane Fonda's workout, and this guy is. I think he can get away with sort of harassing these ladies because he is a flamboyant hairdresser, so it's just kind of seen as harmless. But yeah, he is. It's called "Why Do I Call You Sexy?" Interesting title. All right, here we go. Great soundtrack too.
Now, from the Maurice Jose Salon in Beverly Hills, the man who is known as the hairdresser to the stars.
Hello, darling. I'm Jose Hebert. Do you really think you know yourself? If you are honest, you will probably say no. And that's why I'm here, to help you to be the sexy.
Did he say, I couldn't tell with his, if you are homeless, you'd probably say no? Listen to what he says here.
If you are honest, you will probably say no. And that's why I'm here, to help you to be the...
If you are owners?
I'm hoping it's honest.
Oh, honest.
Oh, what's the question?
Maybe it's honest.
Oh,
the man who is known as the hairdresser to the stars.
Hello, darling. I'm Jose Hebert. Do you really think you know yourself? If you are honest, you will probably say no. And that's why I'm here, to help you to be the sexy.
No, the whole day I spent thinking he was saying, if you are homeless, the answer is probably no. I'm like, leave him alone. All right.
See, beautiful woman that you were meant to be. This is Tanis. She's 29 years old. She's married. She works part-time. You remember Tanis? I promised her to improve her sex life. Hope it worked. For you men who are watching, would you call this sexy? I do. This is Barney. She's in her mid-30s. She's divorced. She has a 6-year-old son. What can you do with this map? I'm going to tell you right away. I call her sexy, wouldn't you? She's going to sell a lot of drinks. I call her real hot. Hot and sexy. Are you over 40? She is. Remember, she has a young boyfriend she wants to appeal to? Or husband, I would say. I forgot it was her husband. And wouldn't you call her sexy? I do. Susan looked very dated with her hairstyle. There's not much sex appeal to long, straight hair. A permanent added the vibrant touch needed to pull her hair into today's look. I know what you're gonna say. It's way too wild. Way too crazy. It looks like her hair's not combed. You're absolutely wrong. I can tell you, we're in the 80s now. Men, people around you are ready for this type of look.
We're ready for it.
She's single. She's a bookkeeper. Her hair is real bushy. She's laughing, she's smiling, means she likes it. You don't like to have your hair in your face, so you put barrettes in it. You're not 12 years old. There's a time where you have to give up barrettes. When you're lucky to have a boyfriend who supports you, or a husband, try to be the sexiest you can. What bothered me about Kim was that she looked too childish. Her hair made no statement. Now her hairstyle fits her personality. No more barrettes for Kim. No more barrettes for you, maybe. Isn't she sexy? I know you can look this sexy. One of these days, hope to meet you and call you sexy. I definitely call her sexy. Brush it out. Brush it, brush it, brush it. Squeezing, squeezing. Tuck. It's gone. I'm gonna ask you to bend over, something that you have to do a lot. You can be as sexy and as beautiful as you always wanted to be. And you can change your life. Right, ladies? Right! And that's why I call you sexy.
Oh, that's why.
That's why. So he answered the question at the end. He answered the VHS question, why do I call you sexy?
He had to
tape.
He had to have been the inspiration for a lot of Saturday Night Live characters, or at least a couple.
Yeah, or
Don't you
maybe the
think?
movie Shampoo, the Warren Beatty movie or something. But yeah, I think so. Like an eccentric French hairstylist to the stars. Yeah.
All right, my second ravioli here. I think I also got this from Andy. It was in our box of tapes that people gave to us over the weekend, but I don't remember seeing it until our last show. And I think Andy in Woodstock gave us this one, Cosmetic Surgery International. Did you remember seeing this one, Nick?
Yeah, but I think that came from there. Yeah.
Look at the tape. It's so generic. It's this weird paper and Cosmetic Surgery International. And I thought I was getting into some surgery. There's no surgery on here. There's no filth really, but it's for a thing that I didn't even know was a thing. I always thought it was a joke, or I thought it was a joke, but it's a real kind of thing. And here it is. It's Cosmetic Surgery International. They're the company. And here's what they're selling.
Can 55 minutes change a man's life forever?
Absolutely the best thing that ever happened to me.
More was better in this case. Can't believe I waited this long to have the procedure. It's absolutely changed my whole life.
A simple, inexpensive cosmetic surgery that
It's for wiener enhancement.
Basis in less than 55 minutes.
That's a cosmetic surgery?
Yes, it's a promotional video. I feel like it was one of those things that they put on a loop on a TV because it's pretty short and but it does a good job of selling it. I didn't know this was a real thing. I always thought this was just a joke that people said.
Okay.
And change your life forever.
That was one of the worst in high school, absolutely. You go into the Johns, and therefore you'd have your people next to you and so forth.
Male enhancement is
Most of the guys here in their testimonials, they say the reason they did it is because of locker room. Like, I'd always wait to take a shower. It was always like, I was always embarrassed to go in with the shower.
an all-natural, completely safe procedure of lengthening and enlargement. Performed on an outpatient basis, this 55-minute procedure allows you to be back to work in a couple of days. Absolutely no foreign objects are used. Absolutely no implants. It's a perfectly safe procedure that doesn't affect any of your normal biological functions. 2 individual procedures are available. One to increase length and one to increase girth. Either procedure can be performed individually or both.
Maybe if we get the Patreon up to a certain amount, Steve will get it. Steve will get it and let us know what it's like.
He'll pass it off to his nephew, and it'll never happen.
Right. Exactly.
At the same time. The lengthening process takes less than 30 minutes to perform on an outpatient basis, with an incredible average increase in length of 2.1 inches. The widening or augmentation procedure enlarges the diameter of the shaft by up to 50%.
What would you guys do? Would you guys do the augmentation, or would you do the lengthening?
Don't mess with perfection.
Yeah.
I'd try to go skinnier and longer. So
like a garden hose.
Like a de-girthening. Yeah.
When I was 15 years old, I told my mother that I wanted to have a procedure done. And when I was 15 years
Wait, what did they want on a shirt? Tag rag, or what did the person want?
I don't know.
Okay.
old, there were no procedures. And so as soon as there was a procedure available and I found out about it, I was ready to get it done.
Well, the turning point was, you might say, I got divorced. That was one of the turning points, but I've been wanting it done for some time.
You might say that.
That might have had something to do with it.
The inconceivable has been accomplished, and with amazing results.
The increase in length for me was 2 inches, and the increase of width was at 45%.
The size is just unbelievable.
The procedure
I mean, they're really selling it.
Are they?
I don't know. I mean, well, wait, listen to this part coming up here.
actually entails 2 separate techniques. Both are completely natural and do not involve the introduction of implants or other foreign materials. The first, a lengthening procedure, was originally developed more than 20 years ago to treat boys suffering from microphallus, an abnormally small organ. The widening procedure is a fat transplant process adapted and perfected by CSI from traditional facial plastic surgery techniques. In the lengthening procedure, the doctor releases the suspensory ligament that connects the organ to the pubic bone.
You see that? There's something that connects the wiener to the pubic bone, and then they slice that off, and that lets the wiener droop a little bit more, so you get an extra 2.1 inches.
But you can't move it around voluntarily the way you could before.
It's probably extra flappy. That's going to be my guess. They don't say that in the video, but my guess is it's extra flappy.
Yeah.
All right, now here's the girthening.
Enlargement procedure involves a simple transfer of fat cells from the patient's lower abdomen into the tissue region between the skin and the erectile tissue of the organ.
That I went to be intimate with somebody, and she actually saw the size. It kind of told me right then and there, don't worry, you're where you need to be.
She actually paid reimbursement and decided to pay for the whole thing herself. She paid for it for me.
Make the decision.
His lover paid for his augmentation.
That's nice.
Like, that's how good it was.
I'm convinced. Sign me up.
Or that's how bad it was before.
Make the call. Change your life today.
Yep, there it is.
Wow,
so that's actually a thing.
Is that what the show CSI was? I never saw.
I've never seen it, but I
series.
assume that's what it's about. Yeah.
William Peterson. It was about lengthening. Okay.
So
that's good. That was a good tape.
Yeah. What do you think? Like, once we get the Patreon up to a certain amount, one of us will do it.
Why one of us? Let's all do it.
Nope.
Yeah.
By the way, I think Microphallus is one of the bands on the Horror Rock tape. I think they were one of their videos is at the end. Okay, so I promised Diane Thomas. She's the one who is actually, I think, second place in our Halloween costume was Chris. Went as all of her creations. You're a whale of a friend, and she made the Frankenstein, and she's done so much. She's the dry ice queen, and I think this is perhaps the dumbest craft she's ever concocted. It's decorating beach towels. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Diane Thomas. Perhaps you've seen me on NBC's Today Show or ABC's Home Show. I've been there for several years. Or maybe you've read one of my books. Well, have I got a catch for you? If you've been fishing for a craft idea, I want you to come along because I have the perfect catch. I'm going to take this fish and actually make these prints that you see on these towels.
Is that a real
fish?
fish?
Fun. I'll tell you, it's one of the most fun projects I have ever done.
Imagine the smell in the studio right now. I mean, there's just like a
And
rotting.
if you've wanted to have a perfect fish, you just go to the store and buy one. And the nice thing about it is we're going to use Deco Art paints, and they're non-toxic.
This
so
is Dr.
if you do
Steve Brule. She is a full-on Dr. Steve Brule.
Yeah, but
right
look,
now.
you get two uses out of this. Listen.
If you do it quickly, you put the paints on it, make your print, you then can clean the fish off and take it out on the grill. So you've got to fish to go along with your beach towels by the pool or out on the...
This is something we would have done for a morning news show. Probably.
I know.
Yeah. What you do is you got to fish. You got to put paint on the fish. We should actually do that one.
And then you can clean the fish and then cook it up on the grill.
And we would bring a bunch of dead fish to the studio.
Yeah.
And we'd be like, and then we can give it to the anchor to take their dead fish. Oh, let's do that. Let's do that.
Smell up the entire studio. All right,
I
but
think
wait, it's not over
Chris
yet.
is glad that this happened after Halloween, so he didn't have to include it in
everybody
his,
remember this for next
costume.
Halloween.
beach. By the way, if you've tried to take paint out of a bottle and you get it all over the top of this, I've got a trick for you. What you do is take the paint, shake it to the bottom, squeeze it, do it straight up and down, and that way you don't get... Actually, I did get a little paint there, but usually you don't get any paint on the top of it.
Tip.
You need to get a lot of paint in the brush, and then just come across, brush that paint on there. And then
She's
kind
lost
of
it.
keep a paper towel. You can keep some of the paint in it, but keep a paper towel out here. We'll put a little bit of purple next to that. It does take quite a bit of paint to put on here to get it to go on. Okay, we'll come back over this side with some more, kind of mix that in so they mix together. That makes it a lot more fun. Okay, now for the eye, I'm going to use
Next up, we're going to paint
this
some
bright,
burgers.
I'd call it kind of a bright red over here.
I mean, the fish
Kind of a
has
red
no
and a
dignity.
I want
in
the
depth.
fish's head to be here, so
This
we'll
is
put
just
that
for
right
a
in the
beach
middle.
towel.
Just lay that down, and then you begin pressing that. Well, I guess the time has come to open up and see how we're doing.
Wow, look at those results.
Turned out just great. You can see the eyes. There we go. Well, you're all set with a beach towel. Go ahead and wash this off, take it out and put it on the grill, and I'll tell you, you've got a wonderful project that is really unique. And by the way, you can also put this on a t-shirt or really any other kind of fabrics. Have fun with your fish.
Wow.
Have fun with your fish.
Holy nominee top video of the year easily.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was watching some of the Diane Thomases we hadn't gotten to yet. And that
wow.
one was
Is the
stunning.
whole tape all about fish painting?
No, that was
is
just the
that
first
one
one of many. There's Thanksgiving ones after that, so who knows? Maybe there's something for next week too.
George, did I hear you nominate that for video of the year?
It's not a nomination. I'm declaring it.
Oh.
Skip the episode. That was the painting a fish and putting on a towel.
All right.
Well, let's get into some cyber videos. We got some good ones.
All right, cyber video time. Steve, what about you? You want to go first?
Sure. I'm going back to a jock sham, so let me play the intro.
It's a jock sham, jock sham, jock sham, jock sham. Boring you with a signature drawl. It's a jock sham, jock sham, jock sham, jock sham. This rap is done, now it's over to you.
So this week's jock sham is hockey-based. Doug Gilmour used to play with the Toronto Maple Leafs, I believe. I like this one. It's him and his wife, and it's absolutely bonkers. Like, it just keeps getting crazier every time you think it. I think he actually does a fine job, he and his wife, but the script is terrible, and what they make him do is pretty out there.
All right.
What do the Gilmours do when Doug isn't playing hockey? They get around. And what's the Gilmour's secret? Exercise, a balanced diet, including the fresh, cold taste of milk.
Ugh, hate it.
What taste? Why, thank you, Amy. That's why there's a move to milk.
I'm surprised the jersey suit did not ever come into fashion.
Whew, that was.
Yeah.
I'm not just saying that as a vegan, but I did not like that milk commercial.
That's a good costume for Steve for next Halloween.
It would be. Yeah.
It's still better than the milk mustache one. That one was the worst.
Yeah,
See,
I hate that whole
milk.
campaign.
Yeah, not a fan of that.
George?
All right, George.
Yeah, so when I was putting together the Cabbage Patch Kid riot montage, I had to watch a bunch of news stories, and I forgot one aspect of the craze, which was that everybody thought Cabbage Patch Kids were hideous. I remember this because somebody in my neighborhood had a baby, and when all the kids went over to see the baby, I said, "It looks like a Cabbage Patch Kid," and the mom said, that's horrible." And I said, I meant like in terms of size, because I was trying to like cover my tracks. I was 7 years old. Anyhow, so
I like that you're still humiliated by that.
Of course.
First day.
It's but here's a montage of people talking about how ugly Cabbage Patch Kids are.
Almost no limit to what some people will do or endure just to get their hands on an ugly but cuddly item called a Cabbage Patch doll.
Now, what could be sweeter than all this affection for such cute but sort of homely little dolls?
Most buyers can't express why this doll is so popular this year, and others can't explain why they want to buy it.
It's because everyone wants it and you can't get it. It's just the way that the Coleco people have made it. It's something you can't get, so therefore you want it. It's ugly. It's ugly, but everyone wants it.
As far as I'm concerned, they're the worst looking things I've ever seen. I mean, they're pathetic looking, they're homely.
I don't know what exactly the attachment is. I think they're cute, but kind of funny looking.
Well, they're ugly, they're cute, you know.
TV12 found one lucky person who already has one. WDEF radio personality, Luther Massengale. What do you like best about your Cabbage Patch doll, Luther?
Well, it smells good. It's an ugly little critter, I'll tell you.
I don't like them. I don't like them. I don't like their faces, but I want one.
It's a weird aspect of
It is. I've never heard that before. I mean, I always knew it, but I'd never heard that being a thing. So
yeah, and they made Garbage Pail Kids in response to the overly sickeningly cuteness of them. But they are pretty ugly on their own. Joe, you got IMGs this week?
Excellent reporting, George. All right. Yeah, I have IMGs. Here we go.
Electronic video transmission uploaded with no intention. Harnessed semi-ethically. Welcome to IMG.
Okay, I decided to do something new with the IMGs just for this week. I wanted to do all calming IMGs, just ones that'll put us in a relaxing mood. Normally, they're usually abrasive. I think the last time I did them, they were, they're usually abrasive. But this time, it's all very calming and soothing IMGs. First one up, IMG 1427. This one had 106 views. Robo Ito gave us this one. You know what Robo Ito found? You remember what Robo Ito found for us, right?
Did he find that it had done? Not gonna do it?
No.
I don't know.
George, Steve, do you guys know what Robo Ito found us? No?
IMG, I suspect.
It wasn't IMG. It was one of the greatest IMGs of all time.
Oh, Taco Bell.
Yes, Taco Bell game. Instructions for Taco Bell game. So this one, Robo Ito called Unsuccessful Squeaking Tool.
Okay.
Kind of calming, right?
Okay, sure.
I mean, it's not as good as the Taco Bell game, but Robo Ito generally has a good eye for stuff. Next up, we got IMG 1432, 8 views. Robo Ito called this one pouring an insufficient amount of milk.
Insufficient. Okay, yeah.
These are more calming ones. You guys
Mhm.
seem calm. You guys seem relaxed.
Mhm.
You're just kind of sitting there quietly.
Yep.
Okay. Next up, we got IMG 1439, 44 views. Again, Robo Ito sent this one. Pipe spewing diarrhea mud. Okay. But this is calming. Watch this part. This part's satisfying. Watch this part. Right there. Guys, are you guys too calm? You guys are too calm right now.
That might be the problem.
That's the problem. I made these too
Lulled us
calm.
into complacency. Yeah.
All right, well, this one's short. This one is IMG 3767, has 9 views. Shannon sent this one in. Spinning water sneeze. Listen closely for the sneeze that's coming up here. All right, ready?
That's true.
You can never turn tired people up to see
That was an actual sneeze.
minus.
Rocks are done. Gotta sleep. Bye.
All right, I hope I didn't lull you guys into
Oh, no way.
boredom. Because we have Laura here, so we need to. What are you laughing at?
I was really hoping I was going to follow the diarrhea tube. It was either
Oh.
it's a tie between that, the dick enlargement, and the and the painted fish. I don't know.
Did you
which
know
one.
that male enhancement was a real thing, or did you just think it was a joke too? Like I always thought it was
Yes.
just a
Oh no,
punchline.
I've known that was a real thing. Like, didn't
Oh.
it start with? I guess my first awareness of it was with the Austin Powers movie with the
Well, that's why I thought it was
super
a joke,
soaker
though.
thing. Yeah.
That's why I thought it was a joke, because it's always like in comedies.
It was
Right,
the
but
movie
then
Autofocus. Because Bob Crane, no, for real, Bob Crane actually had it. The star of Hogan's Heroes had it
Huh.
before
I've never
death.
seen that, but I was excited to see the Cabbage Patch convention because I don't know if George told you, we went to a convention this weekend. He drove down
I didn't
from
hear about this.
New York City, and he joined me for a day at Monster Mania, and I can confirm that that was a very accurate reenactment of us going up to Tom Adkins, and he was holding a Cabbage Patch doll. Yeah.
He signed my ass.
Tom Adkins from Halloween 3, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I get the excitement.
Yeah.
But I had to have you on because you sent a cyber video that I've been obsessed with. And tell us a little bit about how you found it and what we're going to see.
It is one of the greatest, like, random algorithm gifts that I have ever been blessed with. I think it was sent to me because you guys remember when you had Ken Reed on not too long ago, and he shared Post 10, the guy who clears out culverts.
Oh,
yes.
yes.
And eats expired foods or smells it. Yeah.
Yes, he has two different extremely successful YouTube channels doing what would otherwise be extraordinarily mundane things, but he makes them fascinating. I've watched Post 10 for probably 3 years, 2 or 3 years. But
how often does he crank out videos? Like daily, or is it like
I would say usually daily, if not daily, like every other day. He's a content king, but he seems to live a kind of solitary life in a rural area of, I think, Massachusetts. But I think it's because I watch his videos that's why this one got put in my path. And it is a woman named Margaret Franklin Creations, and her YouTube name is Luella Snugglebunny. And when it came in my YouTube feed, it only had 7 views, and I quickly became the 8th because you just hit play and it starts out with a jingle that she sings.
And is it still at 8 views, or has it gone viral yet?
I've sent it to 6 people I know that would enjoy it, so it's at least at, I'm not good 14. At maths, the 13, 14, yeah. Just had to count on my fingers. That's embarrassing. But she's a quilter. That's why Margaret Franklin Creations. She's a quilter, and she also makes those little thingies in the wooden hoop, the samplers. And she loves the band Kiss. She's always talking about the band Kiss, and her dream is to make a Kiss carousel exhibit in Vegas. So that's what she is trying to do, and she started a Facebook group called the Kiss Carousel Project, and I am now a member.
She's okay, so let's just show her.
It's like when we went to Buc-ee's, when we were at Fantastic Fest, and you guys were like, Laura, we have to leave. And I was like, I'm not done yet.
The Buc-ee's Travel Plaza. You got obsessed with that.
Oh,
too.
You loved Buc-ee's, yeah.
Look, you can see him. He's right behind me.
Oh, there's
yeah, there he is. Yeah.
So, yeah, this woman is very enthusiastic. She's a very talented crafter, and I think we all need to get behind her idea of the Kiss Carousel. So here's Margaret Franklin.
Welcome to my...
with the weekly spiel. She does these every week.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to my weekly spiel. Welcome to my weekly spiel. Yada yada blah blah blah. Yada yada blah blah blah. It's time for Margaret's weekly spiel. Greetings and salutations. This is Margaret Franklin, your crazy carousel kiss lady, talking to you from my room, showing you my collection. I'd like to say a very special hello to Laura Smith, who sent me these wonderful Batman books. My husband can enjoy reading those, and one of these days I want to make him a Batman quilt. I have Batman fabric. And she sent me this adorable pillow with the budgies. He and my aunt took out me, Dave, and Jeanette for lunch at Mandarin. It was awesome. It's one of my favorite places to eat. I ate a lot of shrimp and a lot of broccoli. I'm surprised I didn't fart that much. You know what broccoli does to me usually. Anyway, I almost didn't want to get up this morning. I was having such amazing dreams last night. For the past few nights, I've been dreaming about Kiss a lot lately, especially Gene Simmons. Nothing kinky or sexual, but as a business associate, working together as partners, because I have had this bee in my bonnet since April Fool's Day, if not longer, about the idea of Gene and I working together to have a Kiss carousel built in Las Vegas, just outside the Kiss Museum. I made a Kiss quilt before. Where are the squares that I made for... Like, I'm going to be making another one that I hope to send to him. No, these are owls. No, where is the Kiss quilt? Criminy, where is it hiding from me? Aha! There it is. It's like Jenga to pull it out from under this muffin box. There's the Gene Simmons horse. And he's got his axe and his money bag. These are my little muses. You know how Schroeder has his Beethoven bust? I have my Kiss characters. And I made these little hats for them on New Year's Eve. I made one for Waddle and I got carried away. Gene, are you out there? If you're out there, I pray that you'll contact me and we will brainstorm ideas over this Kiss carousel. Bye-bye. Be back soon. Thanks for watching Weekly Spiel. Oh, oy vey, longest spiel ever.
Wow, what
Here
a find. She's so
Weekly
good at just
spiel.
keeping words. There's never a silence. That's just words constantly. She doesn't use periods at the end of sentences. She just keeps saying things. I love it.
It's a steady stream of perfect consciousness, and we must protect her at all costs. And I am now deeply invested in getting this project of hers off the ground. If anyone knows how to contact Gene Simmons.
That's the thing, because like she's obviously she's a talented artist, and like I could see that. Like I went to the Rio in Vegas and saw the Kiss Museum, and they have like a Kiss VW Beetle, and they've got the Kiss mini golf. Why not a carousel with Kiss horses? It makes sense to me. So I think if anyone's watching could, well, first of all, follow the Kiss carousel with a K. On Facebook, and then also let's put her in touch with Gene Simmons. I mean, he's a shameless self-promoter. I think we can make it happen.
She's amazing, and her YouTube username is Luella Snugglebunny, but she has like 650 subscribers. So
That's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, she's well on her way.
All right, that's Cyber Videos. But she mentioned Waddle, and I was like, "Who's Waddle?" When she just mentions it kind of offhand. Well, when we go out tonight. We're gonna go see more of Margaret, and you'll get to meet Waddle. So
this is one of the funniest videos I've ever seen. I was laughing so hard I had tears streaming down my face. I don't know if something's wrong with me, maybe, but
well, there's something wrong with you, but like, I'm excited to see that. Yeah, you have good taste. So yeah.
Also, if I can make one suggestion, after going to this convention with George, we filmed a little segment for Instagram, and we decided we were going to do convention content and call it content, but I would love to do another Joe on mushrooms with George as his spirit guide, but at a horror convention. I think that would be hysterical.
Well, my birthday's coming up in January. George, what are you doing? Yeah. You want to do it? You want to grab your clipboard?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
We need to
go
go
around a
meet
bunch of guys in black T-shirts, and yeah.
Good idea. We'll take you up. Laura, you want to stick around for? We got some nice things coming up. You want to stick around?
I like nice things.
Okay.
Oh, good.
All right.
Steve, roll it.
All right. So last week, where do you stand on Daniel Songer, Laura? Are you?
Laura disappeared. Sorry.
Oh, here I am. Fill me in on Daniel Songer. I know that name. Have I seen you guys talk about him?
He does YouTube comedy. He's done over 200. He's had over 200 performances. The jokes aren't very good, but he's ambitious, and I'm a fan. George isn't a fan. Nick is on the fence. Steve is. Yeah, Steve likes him. Yeah. Well,
I'm
let me
sure
show you.
I've seen it, but yeah,
Well, there's only people who like Songer and hate Songer. There's no in between. So last week I played Songer, and here's just a taste of his comedy. All right.
On the ground.
Oh, this guy.
This guy. Yeah. Where do you stand? Pro? On?
He's very corny.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Listen to this.
Boots on the ground. Well, where else would they be? Up your butt. Boots on the ground. Up your butt. Boots on the ground. Up your butt. Boots on the ground, man.
All right, so he sang that, and then I put a challenge out to Melinda Mixers to do a remix of his song "Boots on the Ground, Up Your Butt," and we got a couple. I'm only going to play one because I think we're running out of time. But Joe sent this one in, and it's pretty good. Here's the remix of "Boots on the Ground" by Joe. It's the first of the month. You know what that means? Songer time.
Well,
observe silence from this one.
Hey, you know what?
This is actually good. Over 200 original comedy bits.
Boots on the ground. Bam! Up your butt. Irrigation. Well,
Solemn tribute.
Screwed up. Boots on the ground.
Pretty good,
Wow.
huh? Pretty
Good
good.
Magnificent.
Nice work, Joe. Oh boy, I
And there's
love
more
it.
where that came from, right? Like we might show more of these in the future.
Yeah, next week I'm going to show another remix of another.
You-
Boots
At
Up Your
Melinda
Butt.
Con next year, you should have a song or contest where someone has to do that on one foot and see who can stay hopping around on one foot the longest.
Okay.
Daniel Song
That
or
might be an
dance?
insurance liability, though.
Yeah,
it's
I'm willing to risk it. Yeah.
Do we want to do one more Nice Things and then get to the announcements?
Yes, I want to get to this one because last Thursday for our EP for $10 and up patrons, you can watch a bonus show on Thursday nights. For the last 2 weeks, we've been watching me and Nick's our depositions from when we got sued in federal court. We had to sit down and do some depositions. And we watched Nick's on Thursday, and man, you're a smacky man. You're a real smacky man.
It was dry in that room, so
I
yeah,
was
my
in that
lips
room
smacked.
too. I was in
Yeah.
that room too, and my lips didn't smack.
They did, but the audio was turned up higher on mine.
Oh, okay, conspiracies. All right, so here's something I did. I went in. Steve sent me a 15-minute clip of Nick answering questions in the depositions, and I just pulled all the lip smacks. It took me way too long to do this, but here's every single lip smack from 15 minutes. Now the full tape is probably 6, 7 hours, 8 hours.
Yeah.
But here's the lip smacking montage. Okay, listen closely.
What is it?
It's a creatively edited montage of some of the Chef Keith appearances.
How did you select them?
That's just, and look at, you were hydrated.
Well, there. But in between,
Why didn't you take a sip sooner?
I was answering questions. I was there to do a job.
Your
By the
commitment
way,
to harassing Nick is, I've never seen anything like it. I wish
What?
I wish we could harness
How's
it
it harassing?
generate
It's just an
electricity.
observation. It's just an observation.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that I watched that. I don't
The
know how many
Trump
hours
playbook.
of Nick doing it, did not notice it, and then you started immediately noticed it within like 20 seconds.
well, here's a little behind the scenes. You can't see because the shot cuts off, but I was doing this with my finger every once in a while they're asking me questions. So, yeah.
All right, so here's what I want to do. There's like there's like 7 or 8 hours of tape here of these depositions. We're gonna put them all up on Rewindo eventually, but in the meantime, I wanted to put it out to Melinda's. If somebody who knows how to edit wants to take all the footage and edit together every single one of Nick's lip smacks, I will pay them 3 cents per smack. So like that right
you're,
there.
You're paying other people to bully me now. That's
It's
okay. You're
it's not
outsourcing
bullying.
the bullying.
It's art, is
Interesting.
what it is. You
Uh-huh.
smacked and then so I already got the song in works too. We don't have a title yet for it, but it's gonna be something about you smacking your lips. But for the percussion, we're gonna use your lip smacks for the percussion part, for the drum part. So it's gonna be like.
I feel
Anyway,
like the going rate should be whatever the aluminum can return deposit is.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah, let's look up what that rate is.
It's
in
like
New
5
York.
cents. 5
Yeah,
cents.
because
per
that's
smack?
that's like mega tedium.
No, but I totaled
editing
it up
that.
for what I edited today of all those lip smacks. That was like $48 right there.
Oh.
At 3 cents a smack. So,
Okay.
yeah. So it adds up quick because he smacks a lot.
So you're gonna bulk it, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna bulk it. Yeah. So, all right. So if there's any Melinda editors out there who wants to take a stab at Nick smacks, let me know. I'll send it to you.
George,
Okay.
make a song.
No,
No.
please don't.
There's another person who does the Nick bullying songs.
Okay, good. That's
Why do you call it
outsourced.
bullying? It's not bullying. It's appreciating.
He's such a bully. He
his
doesn't know
quirks.
he's a bully.
It's appreciating quirks. I wish somebody would do this for me. Nobody on this show does this for me. Whenever
Well,
I
you
do
never
things.
do anything wrong or annoying.
That's what I'm starting to think.
Yeah.
Yep. Just Nelson Muntz appreciating quirks. Okay. Let's get into what we're going to do for EP mode this week. What do we want to watch? I'd be up for watching more of Weekly Spiel with some people, or we could watch more Diane Thomas, or what do we want to do?
Well, did we see everything that we needed to see from that Diane Thomas clip, or is there more that we should see? Because I would watch that.
I haven't gone to the rest of the tape actually. I just scrubbed through it, so I could find more. Yeah, we could watch more of that.
What about what is it called? The Argoron 1127 study nervous system side effects of.
Oh,
that sounds
that's
fun.
not bad.
I'd watch
it's
that.
a good running. Yeah, it's a good running time too. It's tedium, but I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
let's do it.
And I think in the future we should do, maybe not this week, but we should do a deep dive on Margaret Franklin, Laura, if you have time
Oh
to
my God,
hop
yes.
on and watch some. Yeah, that would be a good EP
for
mode
sure.
for our Patreon members.
And I want to make it clear that I love her. I am in no way
yeah.
poking fun at this incredible woman. I think she is a treasure.
Yeah, she's the best. She shows you her creations. She's really talented and gets a lot of work. So that's why we want to help her dream come true. So we'll talk about the EP mode. Let us know what you want to see.
It sounds like we're going to watch Auguron 1127 study nervous system side effects subprotocol, right?
Okay. Yeah, I think
watch
that's
that.
Yep. And then also we have mugs on our website. Did we? I don't think we've talked about these yet, but we had folks send in designs. If we'd been prepared, we could have done better. And Greg B sent in this amazing design of Daryl Silverthorne, who said that.
Yeah, look at the whole gang's there.
That's pretty sweet.
Czar, Big Zaddy.
I think it's a
Yeah.
T-shirt too. So yeah, check that out on our web store. And Saturday we're watching the Baron. Yeah,
Go ahead,
Berenstain
Nick.
Bears. Berenstain Bears. Their Thanksgiving special. The Berenstain Bears meet Big Paw, and Peter Brown, who's an actual children's book author, is going to watch with us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good friend of ours. So Nick, you don't smack though during the show. Why did you
I
smack
do, but
so
the-
much?
The
He
mics
just
don't.
In the
All right,
deposition.
All right.
When we were in Texas for the Fantastic Fest, I think between Joe and I on our 3-hour drive to Dallas for our show, Nick was ready to kill us both because we were like Waldorf and Statler, just like
Yeah.
letting the
Nelson
dinners
and
fly. It
Jimbo
was-
there
it
in the
was-
back seat.
mhm.
Yeah.
Oh no, but he's just he makes it so easy. But no, in all seriousness, with your lip smacks, I could tell after I watched it for about 10 minutes. I knew when a smack was coming, and I knew when you were not going to smack. You'd have a tell of when a smack is coming. So,
Okay.
And I can go into a deeper dive on this if we want on an EP. Just let us know in the comments.
All right, next week, Skip Elsheimer is going to be on to talk about Clownsgiving, which is a special holiday we had based on his Thanksgiving clown painting. We got some footage
There's
from
big
that.
news with that. There's big news.
There's big
with
news,
that.
so that'll be
Yeah.
fun. And then, yeah. And Laura, a new episode of Midnight Rental is out, all about Tales from the Crypt.
Yes.
You can
That's a
watch
good
that
one.
on the site.
You got
George
Bobcat on
did
it?
I have John Kassir on this one, who played the Crypt Keeper, and then I had a couple other friends join in and share their favorite episodes, including George. And if anyone was a fan of the original Angry Video Game Nerd series, Bootsy, the original Bootsy from Angry Video Game Nerd, he shares his favorite Tales from the Crypt episode. And so he's a big Found Footage Fest fan. He's a big George
yeah?
fan too. Yeah.
Oh, nice, nice.
I hadn't seen a lot of those episodes, so it was fun to revisit that. So that's on the channel now. And we're going to get out with some more. We're going to meet Waddle from Margaret Franklin.
Yes.
It's
All right.
so funny. Oh my God.
But until next week, we'll be right back right after
I'm laughing
these.
already.
If we had been prepared, we could have done better.
Think about getting
Laura-
a VHS
Laura, you're
club
gonna
for
have to
someone
come
that
up
you
with
know.
a thing.
Oh, I got it already.
Okay.
Everyone's
Steve,
a
go
puppet when they're dead.
Schon wieder. Ja, jogging.
Yada yada blah blah blah.
Okay, here we go.
Doot 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 doot. Whack. Whack 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 whack. Whack 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 whack. Whack 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 whack. Whack 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 whack. Whack 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 whack. Whack 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 whack. Whack 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 whack. Whack 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 whack. Whack 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 whack. Whack 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 whack.
return, Dr. Selner will complete the bunion surgery.
Yes, those are his pajamas he's wearing.
All right, I gotta go.
That's all. That's it.
Let me see that one.
Rocks are done. Gotta sleep. Bye.
That's it. That it done.
We did our best. If we'd been prepared, we could have done better.
What do you think about Bibra?
About what?
My nose isn't for yuck anymore.
Ooh.
That's all I'm doing.
Sure, Yodel. Have a good day.
Tinkerbell.
We'll be right back right after that.
Good luck from all of us at Hagen.
And Kurt Polster, the real great guy.
Nice, nice.
Goodbye.
Jim's coins in Hilldale.